Welcome back to Inside the Box. Today I want to share with you what sold for me in January of 2021 on eBay. Now before I get into my numbers, some of you might be thinking, wow, you only sold that much, or that's not very much. Well, you have to understand eBay right now is a hobby for me, and I'm hoping to turn it into a business by the end of this year. So at the end of this video, I'm going to share my manageable goals to get there with you guys. So if you're interested in seeing if I can turn an eBay hobby into a business, or if you want to learn ways you can make money with the skills and tools that you already have, the things that are inside your box, make sure you subscribe and follow along with my channel. The first item to sell for me this year was a Disney Golden Sound storybook. It was the Beauty and the Beast book. I talk about this book in one of my thrift haul videos. It was my Disney thrift haul, so if you haven't checked that out yet, make sure you go watch that video. So this book I picked up for 50 cents. And it sold for $15.32. Now this price includes shipping. So after shipping and fees were taken out, I was left with a profit of $9.34. And bear with me, I'm going to be looking at my notes throughout this video. I sold another one of these books in January as well too. It was the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Golden Sound storybook. It didn't sell for as much, so I picked it up for 50 cents and it sold for $11.33. So after fees and everything, my profit was $5.57. Now both of these books set for a little bit. I listed them back in either October or November, and so they set for a few months. I was hoping to get more for them, but I was happy to get them moving, and it wasn't a bad profit for me considering I only spent 50 cents on these items. The next item is this pair of little boy cowboy boots. I just think they're adorable. I love selling little cowboy boots or little cowgirl boots because they're really easy to spot in a thrift store. You can pick them up for usually under $3, and they sell pretty quickly, and on eBay I feel like they go between the $10 and $15 range before shipping. So these I picked up, I think it was $2. I lost my spreadsheet, guys. I was doing really good about inputting how much I spent on items at a thrift store when I got home and listed them. Then my computer got ruined and I lost the spreadsheet. So if you're keeping track of your eBay inventory, make sure you have a backup. Make sure it's saved on the cloud or something. I'm so grateful I'm at a hobby level right now and I don't have a ton of inventory because that loss would have been awful to me, but luckily I'm able to remember what I paid for most of the items that I have in my inventory, so it wasn't too bad for me to start over, but now I'm going to make sure I have a backup of my spreadsheets. So that being said, I think it was $2 that I spent on these cowboy boots and they sold for $18.40, so that left me with a profit of $5.89. The next item was just in my house. It was a cookbook, a dessert baking book. It was a big, like, heavy 3-ring binder, and it was still in its plastic wrap. It didn't sit very long. I think it sold within a month, and it sold for $15.91, so I was left with a profit of $8.21. I don't know if I would pick up cookbooks at a thrift store, but because this was in my house, it was a great flip. I got it out of my house, and I got the cash in my pocket, so that was great. The next item was a bit of an experiment that didn't go so well. I picked up this Wonder Kids coat at a garage sale last summer. It was $3 and it sat for a long time before it finally sold this month in January. And I didn't get as much as I thought I would for it. It was a really nice coat, but I got $13.24. So after fees and shipping, I was left with a profit of just 50 cents. Now I'm happy that it was a profit and I didn't break even or go negative. Like, I'll take the 50 cents, but I'm not going to pick up kids' coats anymore. The profit was just super low and wasn't worth the flip, and it took really long to sell. But it was a good experiment. The next items I sold, however, were actually super successful. These were some magazines. So I talk about this in one of my thrift haul videos too. So I picked up a whole box of magazines for $1.99 at a thrift store, and I was able to divide these magazines up into 3 different types of lots. And 2 of those lots have already sold for me. One of those lots was a Zoo Books lot, and the other was a Kids Discover magazine lot. So when you can find educational things like this and use the word homeschool and sell a bunch of them, I feel like they move very quickly and you're able to ask a higher price for these items. So I spent $1.99 on all these magazines, and I have another lot that hasn't sold yet, but it's listed. So my cost for these though was $1.99, and the Zoo Books, they sold for a total of $45.98. I think there were 35 magazines in this lot. And then the Kids Discover magazines, I believe there were only 30 in that lot, and it sold for $29.92. And again, these sold really fast. The Zoo books, they sold the day after I listed them, and the Kid Discover magazines sold within a week. So that was a great flip for me. So when I add those things together and take out all the fees, I went from spending $199 to a profit of $50.85 for these items that sold super fast. So I'm always going to be looking out for these. Now, I'm not going to buy individual magazines at a thrift store, but if I can get them in a lot at a garage sale or a thrift store or at a book sale, if I can get a lot of them for super cheap, I'm definitely picking these up. So at the beginning of this year, I decided to start experimenting with shoes a little bit, and I made a thrift haul video about the shoes that I picked up, and some of them have actually sold. I'm not getting as much as I hoped for any of these so far, but I wanted to share with you what was selling. One of them was a pair of Toms, and it was cream-colored Toms. I spent $2.50 on these. They sold for $13.40. And again, that price includes shipping. I was hoping that they would sell for about that much without shipping. But after all is said and done, I profited $4.86 for them. They did sell pretty fast, even though I didn't get as much as I wanted for them. I picked them up in January, listed them in January, and they sold in January. So they didn't sit very long for me at all. As well as these black lace Toms that I picked up. They were also $2.50, and they sold for $14.45. So I profited $5.64 for them. So not a super high profit, but it was nice that they did move quickly for me. Then here's my mistake of the month, Clark's leather zip-up ankle boots. These were getting a lot of attention. I think I had 3 watchers on them pretty quickly and several views. I was asking a lot for them, and I could have sold them for more if I was just more patient. Someone sent me a super low offer, and I counter-offered, and then they counter-offered, but I was trying to reach my goals for the month, which I'll talk about at the end of the video, so I accepted their second offer, even though it was super low, and after shipping and everything, I realized how I could have made more money. I paid $2.50 for these boots, and they sold for $23. But after shipping and everything, I was only left with $3.45. And the reason is because the shipping option the buyer selected was a USPS Priority Mail medium flat rate box. And so that cost me around $13 to ship. When I was buying the shipping label, I realized that I could have sent these, it was either a regional A box or regional B box, one of the regional boxes for just like $8, just over $8. So I could have saved so much more on shipping, and the item could have gotten to the buyer and everything. But I've never experimented with original A or original B boxes, so I didn't even have that option available for the buyer to select with shipping, and I didn't have any of those boxes on hand. So when I realized that it was cheaper to ship those shoes like that, I went on USPS.com, and you can get some free shipping supplies from them with their flat rate boxes and things, and they have the regional boxes for free. So I just ordered those. They're going to take like a week to get to me, but once they do, I can reevaluate my shipping for some of the other shoes that I picked up. And I hope this will help the shoes sell faster because it'll make it more affordable for the buyer to have better shipping. And then hopefully in turn, I'll get a higher profit on the shoes. So that was a lesson learned for this month with those Clarks. There's better ways to ship shoes than in a medium flat rate box. The last item to sell for me so far this month was also from another one of my thrift haul videos. It was a book, The Language Instinct by Steven Pinker, and it came in a little case. I spent $2.49 on this. It sold for $16.01. I profited $6.73 for this. It sold on a best offer. I was asking a higher price for this item, and I had a lot of attention on it. And it sold really fast. I listed it in January. It sold in January, but I went ahead and I accepted the offer because I was trying to reach the goals I had by the end of the month for January. Okay, so all these things added together, I sold 11 items for a grand total profit of $101.04. And this is where people might be thinking, is eBay really worth it if you're only making $100 a month? But let me tell you why it was only $100 this month. So I only had about 50 items, just a little over 50 items listed on eBay this whole time. So out of those 50 items I had listed, 11 sold in a month. If I want higher numbers on eBay, I need to have more inventory. It's totally a numbers game. But I was super excited about this $101.04 because this is how I've decided to manageably grow eBay into something bigger for me by the end of the year. So check this out. So my goal for 2021 was to start the year by selling $10 in the first week of the year, and then the second week of the year upping it by $10, so selling $20. And the third week of the year, I was hoping to make $30 worth of profit. And the fourth week of the year, I was hoping to make $40 worth of profit. So if I gradually add $10 profit each week in sales, I feel like that's a pretty manageable goal for me to reach right now. So if I started the year with $10 profit for that first week, then was making an additional $10 profit every single week following, if I made $10 the first week, $20 the second week, $30 the third week, $40 the fourth week, at the end of 4 weeks, I should have made $100. Well, here we are at the end of January, the end of 4 weeks, and I made $101.04. So I was $1.04 above this goal, which I'm really excited about because I'm going to continue this pattern. So the fifth week of the year, I want to make $50 profit. And the sixth week of the year, I want to make $60 profit. And the seventh week of the year, I want to make $70 profit. All the way to the 52nd week of the year, because there's 52 weeks in the year. That week, the goal is to make $520 profit. Now, if I am doing this, if I am just upping my profit each week by $10, by the end of the year, I will have made $13,780. And at that point, eBay is no longer a hobby for me. It is a business. This is something that's completely manageable. I feel like I can do this year just by looking at it really small, just by saying I need to make $10 more this week than I made last week, just $10 more, which means I need to list more items each week. But that's going to be a good thing for me. So I had about 50 items listed this month and I sold 11. So that's about, for every 5 items I've listed, I've sold 1. And so if I also take my profit, $101.04, and divide it by 11, I'm left with about an average of $9 profit per item. So I know that if I need to make $10 more that week right now with my average profit levels, I just need to sell about 1 more item a week. And in order to do that, I need to list an additional 5 items that week than I listed the week previously. So those are my goals, and I hope that I can get there. I hope that makes sense for you guys. Let me know how you break down your goals, and if you've had success, if you started where I'm at, if eBay used to be a hobby for you and now it's a business. I'd love to learn from you guys in the comments below. So if this video is helpful at all, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in my journey or you want to learn ways that you can make money with the skills and tools you already have, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone, and I'll catch you in my next video.